All right, welcome to the table of Dice Goblins D&D. Where we last left off, the party had finally made it into the Atavancia Prison. Shenanigans were had, and now the party is split up and has to figure out how to get their friend Tyrell out of the second ward of the prison. How are they going to do it? Let's find out. We are going to start off exactly where we left off, with our two mouse folk and Stubble in the kitchen with our goblin friend.
Sounds like an act of deviancy is going down.
I was going to say, let's hope the health inspector doesn't show up.
To be fair, he made comments about that last session. That we're not racially sensitive towards mouse folk.
No, Calliope was very much offended by them.
I'm getting echo.
Me too.
Sylvie.
And this is the point where everybody clicks off the YouTube video because we already got off track.
No, we're good.
No, it's fine.
That's what the magic of editing's for. You're always on track.
I don't even know how to edit. I don't even know basic editing yet. I have to learn.
I will teach you.
But Bob is there. He's trying to get to things in the middle of the table, so he's actively just fucking stepped on the table at this point. It's like, okay.
Is that the best?
They did not buy goblin-sized tables. You make do. The way he's moving around the various food items, he's done this before.
Of course he has. Because why wouldn't you?
I hope you don't have stinky feet.
As you look, his feet are fucking pristine. What do you think I'm gonna do? Put my feet in the lettuce? This ain't a chain
Well, what if
restaurant.
it slip? So Stubbles acknowledges the mice and motions them to her, and then we walk towards Bob because Stubbles would like to talk to Bob. So, Bob, question. Actually, hello, Mike. We have a question.
What?
Do you know where our friend Curo is?
Nope.
Okay, well, I have an idea. Oh, I love you too. I have a question. I need to know if me and the mice can build a distraction. Get out of here.
Better not do it in my kitchen.
No, but I need some kitchen products.
What kitchen products? I swear to God, if you say saffron, I'm gonna kick you out of here.
No, I need some aluminum, some copper, some rat poisoning, and a piece of wire.
No, I don't even want to know.
You'd have to get that stuff from the supply room next door. I don't keep aluminum, copper, and rat poison in my kitchen.
How do you keep the rodents out of here? There's got to be something.
And obviously, I'm doing a poor job. As he looks over here, and there is a very not pleased mouse folk glowering at him.
Yeah, she's just arms just staring silently.
You have to have aluminum foil in your kitchen to cook.
Actually, in this particular time frame, aluminum foil would not be a common household product.
What, aluminum pan?
He's holding basically a cast iron skillet.
Oh, I need a substitute for aluminum. Well, because my idea was to make
where this is going.
Yeah,
I had an idea to make a little bomb for a distraction.
No, the real question is, would
What?
Stubble have the knowledge to make this bomb?
I mean, Stubble's from like bumfuck nowhere,
This
so
is some artificer horseshit.
this
Hey,
sounds like a
Stubble's
bomb some
trying
dumbling
here.
idiots could come across.
You get enough into
And I've
Hick's
got-
country, folks just know how to make bombs for fun.
Exactly.
Wrong kind of
Papa
anarchist
Tubbs
cookbook.
raised me.
You say that out loud?
Yes.
Tubbs?
No, Calliope didn't say that.
Tiberius Tubbs?
Yes.
That fucker owes me $20.
I'll give you $20 if you help me build a distraction.
What is $20 like 20 silver, 20 copper, or 20 gold?
Nah.
I've
It's
got 20 gold.
promissory notes.
Oh my god.
I can make
Unless you have a better idea. Okay.
It's gonna make lunch late, though. Hmm. What about you two?
I don't like
You
how
have
this
any
is going.
ideas? As he motions towards Fita and Calliope. Because if you
If
stay any
nothing else,
longer,
we
you guys are gonna help me with the lunch rush.
Oh, I'm an asshole about it.
I really want to build a bomb. We might need it.
My
Otherwise,
god, no.
we're small enough. We can just sneak around rather easily.
Not a big bomb, a little bomb in case I need a distraction.
The intelligence rolls you're gonna need for that are going to end up disastrous for you. I'm gonna be real.
Can I try?
You don't have the materials in here. You'd have to steal the materials and then pass the rolls. This isn't fighting against rule of cool type situation. There's no fucking way.
She somehow successfully builds a bomb. The only problem is it's a nuclear bomb and we're all dead.
Listen, I'm mad about killing the innocent, not that mad.
And I pull
Okay,
judgment.
what's your all's idea? What's your all's idea? That was my idea.
I can make a distraction.
Yeah,
It's just gonna make
Bob is
lunch
offering
late.
a distraction.
So,
Okay.
if you
and
guys help me whip up lunch faster, I will do that for you.
I'll help you whip up lunch faster too if I don't have to pay you 20 gold. And we'll get it out real fast. I have the speed.
I have
Cheap little shit. Your dad owes me money.
the more Stubble talks, the more I think Stubble's just like that, like bumfuck nowhere drug addict.
I was also thinking that
Hey,
when he
I'm-
came up with aluminum and copper wire. I'm like, next he's gonna ask for an Erlenmeyer flask and some Drano.
And then she's like, I got speed. Like, shit, okay.
But
I don't know where she got that from, but
you guys all agreed to help in the kitchen. You
It
quickly whip
might
up a lunch
feasibly
rush in exchange for a distraction of unspecified grandiosity.
oh no.
Are you going to fill us in on what it is?
Those barrels over there are explosive. They're full of
Oh
fire
no.
wine.
Oh no.
How fast do you want this done?
Not so fast that it's bad food, I swear to God. He's a man of his
Hey,
principles.
Bob, you can bark your orders at me and I'll just run around this place.
Catch! Give me a deck save.
Oh no.
Oh no, I
don't
lost
like
my.
Did you nat one?
No, I gotta add
Gotta add.
27.
You catch a full cast iron skillet. You two, you ready to follow my orders too? Fita actually looks to Calliope on this, unsure.
Oh no.
Sir Bob, you were very nice to me the first time we met. You're a bit of an asshole. I'm ready to follow orders. Just don't be an asshole. Understood?
Aren't they too short?
I'm on shift. It's part of the job. I'm used to yelling at line cooks.
That's fair, but you're bigoted. Not cool.
Again, I'm not
I guess
used
if
to
Bob's feet's
mouthfolk
been
in
on the
my
table.
kitchen. It's weird.
Grumble, grumble. Okay, let's do this.
Grumble, grumble.
I suppose I will take care of cutting the meats. Otherwise, I don't think I will be of much use in a kitchen. As she looks at her
Okay.
fucking longsword. And you've known Fita long enough to know she can be a bit of a disaster when it comes to things that aren't her job. Ugh, Tailspider, stop being buggy.
Quiet, he says about making your ratatouille.
Hey, look, the food's done.
All right, no, it's not. We're actually going to cut away as time begins to pass. And we're going to resolve a couple more things. We're going up front.
Can't believe you wouldn't let me make a bomb.
Again, this is more, I don't think Stubble would have
And
any
that is-
idea. And that technology is literally just does not exist because of magic. Why build a bomb when you can cast a bomb?
Oh, heck, I could use horse manure for a bomb if I'd have thought about it. Okay.
But we find ourselves in the front holding cells. We have our two disguised members with crossbows holding this area across from here. But we also have Ovar sitting here with Dez and a goose. And a man that has not been introduced to any of you.
Oh no. Do I want to get to know this man?
This goose seems to be throwing more of a fit than anybody else in the holding cells.
Of course
Quiet,
it is.
Barnaby.
As guards, this is a stupid question, but do we have keys for the doors?
You were not given keys going in, no.
Does this
There are lockpicks.
extra guard that
Certain
is
people have lockpicks.
If you were assigned to one of the areas that actively patrols, like, the cell blocks, you would have been given keys to start your shift. But you were not really, positioned anywhere where there'd be something you'd have to get through that would be locked. Now, the guy over here, where'd he go? Oh, I forgot I had him harassing people. Yeah, I play out little stories while y'all aren't paying attention. But, no, unfortunately, you do not have the keys to this place, although there is a way to obtain them. But you hear
that's
guys
okay for now.
Quiet, Barnaby. You're gonna get us in trouble. I can't remember. Is one of your abilities the ability to speak with animals?
I believe I traded that in on level up. Let me double check. The phone is not as organized as the laptop version, so give me a second. I do not have the innate ability to do it, but if you gave me 10 minutes and the ability to cast magic, I could do it.
I will say you've been in here. You've been in here for a few hours at this point. Then I will say both you and Kanan just here. This is outrageous. I am a highly respected member of this city council. Polymorph. It's a polymorph.
Is a goose saying that?
That's what they hear the goose yelling.
No, yay. I don't think I have the ability to dispel that. Wait, yes I do, because it's a goose.
Where's this going that him being a goose makes it matter?
Because of the rules of polymorph, and I doubt Goose have high hit points.
You are also
So
assuming this is not
I'm
a
gonna
true
look.
polymorph. But Ben, you asked a question?
All right, there we go. Yeah, I was gonna say, can I ritual cast identify on the goose?
Yeah, and it comes through that this is a true polymorph. Somebody wanted to shut this fucker up.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck! He is screaming profanity, but everybody who can't speak with animals hears is honk!
And I don't. Damn these barbarian levels! I don't have dispel magic.
There is actually a creative solution, but I'm not sure which one of you has them. But
Oh, yeah. I think the cuffs. Because I would have had him because I would have tried putting on the real pair, and then we would have like fixed the fake pair, and I would have been like, oh yeah, I should put on the fake one.
So yeah, this guy is just shouting and shouting.
I'm going to cuff the goose if he lets me. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to be like, hey, I need you to trust me. I know you don't know who I am. Just trust me. And then I'm going to cuff him.
He's a friend of mine, Barnaby. You can trust him. You know what? Anything's better than being a goose, because honestly, my goose is cooked.
This guy stinks. Anyways, yeah, I'll cuff the goose.
Give me an animal handling check with advantage not to like get him to behave, but to figure out how to cuff a goose.
I think I took.
You can roll it with advantage because he's, letting you. But these aren't exactly well made for goose.
Hey, thank God, because the first roll was a 3, the second roll was a 19, so 21 total.
You slap the cuffs on this goose, and give me 1 second. I have to get the right model. What the hell? Not my Hero Forge model. Oh, because I clicked on the wrong tab. That would explain it.
Yeah, that did it.
I'm trying to find the right tab. I have a lot of models.
Yeah. Wait, also, wouldn't have the jail detected the true polymorph the moment they brought him in?
It's true polymorph. It wouldn't pop up as magic because that's just what he is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank God. Do you know how long I was trapped as a goose?
How long?
8 months.
Yeah. That's a long time to be a goose.
Bread.
I'll give him like a piece of like breadcrumbs from my rations.
Do not insult me as he starts pecking towards him. He's like, no, I am a human again. Or I am a tabaxia again. Not a goose.
Oh no, the cat got turned into a goose. It'd be like turning a knoll into a tabaxi.
I am Barnaby Deleuze. I used to be on the city council. And then I got turned into a goddamn goose.
Who turned you?
If I knew that answer, I would have harassed the shit out of them.
Fair.
But it was someone quite powerful considering how long I remained as a goose. The
Would
guard begins moving to
Ovar
investigate this new person.
Oh, fun. Ovar wouldn't know how strong true polymorph would, is he? Because he has like no
Probably not.
experience.
You wouldn't realize that that
Okay.
is a ludicrously high level spell. But
I don't think does it identify tell you the spell level?
I don't believe so. But I will say, with someone being reverted from a polymorph, even nobody is watching them, and I want both Kanan and Ecclesia to make me Arcana checks.
It's gonna be a no from me.
Oh, what did I think of that?
Really, really bad score.
What about you, Kanan?
18.
18. Okay, you've been standing here for at least 2 hours. You've gotten some, but you've started to notice that the eyes on these little golem statues that you were told are cameras aren't always active. They seem to shine in waves. And with that Arcana check of 18, you begin to parse that only when the eyes are lit up is somebody actively looking through them.
So that means when they're not lit up, we're free to do whatever we
Not
need
on
to.
camera. And you would notice right now the eyes are not lit up and they just turned off, which means it might be a little bit before they turn back on. It's subtle, but it is something that once you notice it becomes very clear.
Okay. Is there a guard near us? Is there a guard watching?
The only guard, his attention was just brought to the newly transformed former member of the council. You have
Barnabas.
no eyes on you right now.
Can I lightly Eldritch blast him in the back to kind of knock him unconscious?
Wouldn't recommend, because that would make noise. And also probably wouldn't take him out in one go, because you can tell from your position he is not a normal guard, he is an elite.
Oh shit.
Double Eldritch Blast.
No.
Am I able to freely move over and talk to Ecclesia, or do I have to stay in the one spot? Is there the guard?
You both could walk back and forth and patrol this area. As long as you pretend to keep your main focus towards the drunk tank. But yeah, you can maneuver your way over there.
Okay, so I'm going to walk in a pace to her and say, hey, the camera is off right now. Whatever we can or need to do, we need to give it a shot now.
Give me 1 second. Just had to check something on my sheet. Ecclesia will nod and prepare a dual casted chromatic orb. Just say the word, Ecclesia says.
As long as it's not something that kills me, go for it.
If you both give me a history check, I will remind you of something.
Nat 20.
Somebody's making me dizzy.
Okay.
Nat 20.
That is a bad habit of mine, which is why I usually have somebody else stream it. I idly move the camera so often. With a Nat 20, you would remember, these things have a constant aura of detect magic. Your magic would cross the path and this thing would light up like a Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah.
So
But it's off.
if you
So we
Oh no, I didn't say it was off. I meant nobody's actively looking at it. Now, if you get a big ping from one of the cameras, might we do some investigating if you catch my drift.
Oh, man, if only you were using non-magical weapons.
Are we literally going to fire a crossbow at another guard?
It's not magical. It wouldn't set up statues.
What if I Misty stepped? Would that go?
Where would you plan on Misty stepping to is my question.
Like right next to the guard?
Where there's 2 cameras pointed directly at him. Again, I made a well-designed prison, unfortunately. There's certain things that it's hard to do, and using magic to exploit is not a great idea.
Joseph, I have a question while they're figuring out what to do.
What?
Can Stubbles turn Lunch loose to find out where, what's her name? I can't remember her name.
Cure-all?
Cure-all is at.
Do you believe Lunch would be able to navigate the prison and not get squished?
Yes, he's little. He's a cricket.
He's
I
a
believe
cricket
him.
the size of a dinner plate.
He's little. They're not going to see him.
I want the party to be aware that roles will be involved, and it is not my fault if Lunch dies. I want the party to know beforehand. I am not being a bastard, but
We'll blame you anyways.
Devil's learning how to resummon Lunch. It's fine.
you may try. That is fully within the realm of possibility of things you could try.
I could try.
Okay. So
I mean, that way at least we know where she's at.
Kanan will ask Claysia if there seems to be a way that we could use our crossbow to knock him out, or just anything we could do.
Do you want us to think you could kill him in one shot?
I don't want to kill him.
It's the only thing that I could even think of is if we lured him over here and attacked him at the same time.
Choke his ass out through the bars.
I'm trying not to influence the decisions, but
Can you just
I'm just like, oh
can
god.
you sit still for a second on the map?
Sorry.
Can't you guys just choke him out?
I'm not
Yeah. Is that door locked? The entrance to the I guess the entryway?
The door in front of you is not locked, and this door is also not locked. The front doors are not locked either because there's guards positioned right outside.
See, if we attacked the guard, the 2 creatures there would most certainly retaliate.
Is he controlling them?
What?
Is he controlling them?
No, that I do not know.
Can I roll to see if he's controlling the things?
Arcana. Yeah.
I'm going for an Arcana roll, and my thing is a 0. So, wish me luck. 19.
You see collars.
Hey.
You see collars on both of the little flame sprites with runes covering them. You can't tell exactly who is controlling them, but it only makes sense for it to be this guy.
Okay. So it looks like he's controlling them. So if we do attack him and can get him unconscious, he's got something that controls them. So
Well, we'd have to
should
be damn effective about it.
All right. Well, do we both get out, go for him, or just one of us?
I think our best course of action would be to try and be sneaky, or to act casual, walking up, as if we're just patrolling.
Oh shit. I don't want to be sneaky because I don't want the sneak attack bonus. I don't want to kill him.
You can do non-lethal damage. Like, you can say it's non-lethal.
I think it depends on the weapon that you're using, or like depending on how you're attacking.
I'm pretty sure as long as your damage doesn't exceed double hit points, you can say it's non-lethal. They might still have to make some death saves.
I'm of the mindset that if you declare non-lethal damage, it's non-lethal damage. Now, that only works with weapons. It doesn't work with spells.
That's
Fire
fair.
is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't know that you could declare something non-lethal.
I turned down the heat.
Before our two over there resort to violence immediately, you see.
Why do we even?
Thinking, well, looks like we might have to roll combat as you melee attack someone in front of 2 cameras, 2 fire spirits within earshot of 2 soldiers.
Well, why does Kanan even want to take this guy out?
I don't know.
I didn't exactly catch that part.
I thought that's what we needed to do.
You don't have to resort to violence here. Other things are going to happen, but I didn't want to influence your decision making.
Okay,
you decide to do it, it'll happen.
It's not like I wanted to kill him, but also gaining the control of those things while we have a golden opportunity just seems like a kind of good thing to do.
Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of metagaming for you here, Tony. 2 of those things ain't going to make that much of a difference. They're all over the place.
I think we should hold off for now. I'm going to try something first.
Okay, that's fine. As long as
While that discussion is going on over there and nobody's paying attention, this guard is looking in the cells confused, just like, what's going on here? Who are you? I am Barnabas DeWitt. I'm not supposed to be here. Where's the goose? Stop spinning, Joe. Again, horrible habit of mine. ADHD kicks in hard. Where did the goose go? I am not a goose anymore. Release me. What the fuck happened?
He was a goose. Now he's not.
I need to call someone in on this. I'm not going to make any decision on this. We have an expert on this type of magic on the facility. I'm gonna call for him. He looks over to the 2 over here and just goes, I'm going to fetch our Arcanist. Do you have it down here?
we got it.
All right. I'll leave the methods in active position. If anything goes down, they'll attack automatically.
Shit.
Doors don't open properly, so everybody just floats over door frames. He leaves to retrieve the Arcanist, leaving free reign of this area, which you watch as the eyes light up. They linger for about 5 minutes, and then they fade once more. So do you guys want to do anything while there's nobody else here?
Probably. I don't know if it would be wise to just let everybody out of their cages, but
That's better than attacking someone in front of 3 cameras.
I do have a lockpick set on me, so we could go over while there's no view, and as long as nothing physical happens, the things shouldn't attack, right?
You can make that assumption. It's up to you. All he said is if anything happens, they are active. How you interpret that is up to you, and as DM, I will not tell you.
What do you think? Should we let him out? Or
I'm just
Ignore
going to
what
go
I'm doing
on
with the
break
camera. This
and
is movements
get
that
a
are
lay
going
of the
on
rest of
that
the prison.
you would not be privy of. Sorry, what did you say, Ecclesia?
I'm going on break to getting a lay and to get a lay of the rest of the prison.
All right.
don't we need someone to relieve us first?
What?
Don't we need someone to relieve us for a break first?
We're new here. We don't know the rules.
Only your character would have been, or only Bianca was new. I clarified that last session.
But also, there was
Hey,
like a strict
Joe.
training and you had strong knowledge of what to do in every scenario.
Would any of my poison ingredients be like slightly combustible?
Everything would have been confiscated. Oh wait, you have your ring.
Yeah.
They would be, but how are you going to light them? And they would not be explosively combustible. They'd just be able to be lit like any other piece of fire material. They're like leaves and shit.
I was gonna say because like if I like stuffed them in the lock and then combusted them, would that like break the inner workings of the lock?
No. You're basically
Damn.
putting leaves in a lock and lighting it on fire.
Could I just sneak over and just lockpick the door and just
Go
tell
rogue
them
with the lock.
do
Which door
not
are you lockpicking?
tell them do not touch it.
Which door are you lockpicking? I'm over your character.
The one with the one with Ovar and the former goose in it.
Okay, so you're gonna make your way over to the cells over here.
Yeah, which as long as nothing fishy is happening, we should be okay, right? So nobody gets attacked, and all I'm going to do is lockpick it and leave it at that, and just tell them not to touch anything.
Okay. While that's going on, we're gonna cut back over here. The person that you now know as the disguised Mockingbird is gone because they were fetched by a different guard who is now taking the post of that person so they can go investigate the front cells.
You're talking to me, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
He does acknowledge you, and unlike the guard that is a corpse over here, he has a far more professional demeanor. He doesn't seem to be a jackass of any variety. He acknowledges you, and then goes about his patrols.
Sir, when you get a moment,
Yes?
I just like conversation. I'm a bit bored. Maphis is okay. Ulrich, but
I want
you just have.
as you say that, because Mathus didn't introduce himself, he looks at him and goes, I once again apologize for your containment, Mr. Teets. But as you were saying...
Oh, so you're not fond on his detainment. Interesting.
I don't even know why he was arrested. But I also have family that attended the Bard's College and studied under Mr. Teets. I'm generally confused by the whole affair.
Would you like some very fun insider information? Because I was arrested while attending a meeting with the new Magistrate? Question mark, Joe?
You are correct, actually. You remembered the proper title.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah.
There's no good angle with these cells.
Yeah.
It's almost as if
Anyways,
there's a wall between you.
the question is extended to the guard. Does the guard want to know why Mathis was arrested?
I would be interested, yes.
It's because the new magistrate is pissy with the bards. That's about it.
Well, I will not
It
speak
was
ill of the
all
man who signs my paychecks, but I've heard similar stories from the guards, not the guards, from the bards in the holding cells that they are being unjustly detained.
oh, absolutely. The amusing thing is he was actually very well understanding of the fact that it's maybe not for the best of the city that the bards are detained, but even so, he continued to detain me. So, see where that went. Mind you, entirely different reasons. I'm not a bard.
Well, as a guard, I'm not informed of what our prisoners are in for. That information is contained by the warden. But I appreciate you giving your side of things. Mathus actually flies up and goes, you know, your sister was a pretty good cellist. Why did you never pick it up? Mathus, it's not the time. Aw, but what other time are we gonna have? It's you and I here. You know, being friends. Sir, I hope whatever crimes you are falsely convicted of or supposedly falsely convicted of are cleared up so you can go back to work. I cannot jeopardize my position here because I don't believe you should be in those cages. What is your name?
That would be Kiral Efren.
I'm Reed. And I'm sorry for your predicament as well. I will not be getting my hands directly involved, but I feel for your plight.
It is very nice to meet you, Reed. Hopefully, I will be free soon enough again. I would love to speak sometime soon after.
Should you be free, I'm often at the, fuck, I forgot the name of the tavern. The Rusty Anchor, I believe.
All right. I will be sure to meet you there sometime soon. Thank you. Thank you for the conversation.
It's a bit early for that one to be in bed.
Honestly, I chatted her ear off. There was nothing to do to keep her from having to rest after me.
Deception unneeded, that was a 3. One of those moments of you could tell them that they've been throwing up. You could tell the most bullshit lie. That's a 3. I'm going to resume my post until the Arcanist returns.
All right. I wish you well in it.
Well met. Now, we are going to cut to, now, while he's sneaking over there to undo those locks, what is Ecclesia doing? And soon we're going to be cutting back to the kitchen to figure out that disaster.
No.
What is Ecclesia up to?
She was going to leave out the door into the main area and just kind of sling her crossbow up on her shoulder and just start kind of walking around looking for where Kiral and this other guest might be.
You clearly see the large elemental caged in the main room. There's other elementals that seem to be around. There's guards patrolling, but they actually don't pay you much mind. You're wearing a guard uniform, and they don't seem to be privy to your schedule and where you're supposed to be. Where Bianca being new to this
Right.
prison is actually beneficial.
Right.
Do you have any specific
So
place you're
Ecclesia-
going, or are you just wandering in general?
I don't think she knows anything about the layout of the prison unless she was.
You were actually shown the map by Kanan, so you would know generally the layout.
Okay. Could you scroll out to see just a larger view of it?
I'm trying. I remember there's a way to go like pure overhead, but I can't remember how to do it.
Well, she wouldn't be interested in the kitchen or the storeroom, so I guess she'd just go straight into
you would know-
into the.
You would know this is the warden's office. These are the general
Remember,
cell blocks, and under
I
a
can't
special
see-
door. Oh, sorry. Am I scrolling too fast?
No, I can't see your cursor. So when you say this is something, I can't see
Really?
what you're pointing to.
This is the general cell
Yeah.
block for like mild offenders that are actually committed to time but not heavily locked down. Behind a special door is the more intensive cell block. And right by the intensive cell block is a guard posted in front of the warden's office. And the warden's office is right here. The map would have revealed all of that.
So Ecclesia is going to try and enter the intensive block.
As you approach the intensive block, you see that the door to it is locked by a special kind of key. To which the guards, because there's two guards that are by the two cell blocks that don't actually roam very much. They're just like, hey, if you don't have a key, what are you heading to that? Oh, stop spin. I have to constantly tell myself to stop fidgeting like that. What you doing by that door? Only elite guards
What
go
am I
past
doing?
there.
I'm just sightseeing. I'm on my break.
Breaks are taken in the storeroom.
Well, I don't want to take my break in this storeroom. I like to walk.
All right, but walk away from the intensive unit. This is being said by this orc right here that I'm bouncing.
Yeah. This place is kind of like being at a zoo. What's the point in working here if I don't get to see the animals?
Hey, they're people too. Criminals,
Oh,
people.
I wasn't banking on this guard having morals.
What, just because he's an orc, he has no morals?
No, because he's a prison guard.
because he's a guard.
Yeah, I'm not ACAB. My guards are people. I treat them like people. They have personalities. Some of them are dickheads, some of them aren't.
I guess Ecclesia is going to walk away. This is not as easy as I thought it would be.
Oh no, it's almost like I designed it. As you are
What?
walking away, the warden's office opens.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Bianca. What are you doing so far from your post?
I'm on my break. Don't do that.
Perhaps I forgot to show you the break room.
Just distracting me.
Come with me.
Oh, I'm fine just walking. I know where the break room is. Thank you.
What? Just because I'm old, I can't spend some time with my granddaughter. Yeah, 3 generations of her family work in this prison. That was mentioned several times.
Oh no! I was actually wondering if I could see the intensive facility.
I suppose
I just want to
show you.
peek.
But don't tell the others you're getting special treatment.
Of course not, Grandpappy.
I like that.
Technically,
Grandpappy.
it's only
But on shift, call me
technically
Warden.
it's only 2 generations.
Yes, sir, Warden, sir.
You're a studious little shit, but I love you. Alright, we're gonna cut back to the kitchen because I'm juggling a lot of shit going on. I'm gonna need. Oh god, what even rolls do I do for that? Fuck it, performance checks all around. I could not think of what more this would be.
Joe, I just started working in the kitchen.
Oh god.
Give me performance checks all around. And I will say with Bob's instructions, because he's barking them, but they are good instructions, you will all make them with advantage, and Fita needs this.
I got a nat 20 right off the bat.
Nice.
Joe, thank you for the advantage. My first roll was a nat 1. So after that, it was a nat 20.
Well, congratulations. Thank God 2 of you got nat 20s, because the pig that Fita is dealing with is butchered. She got a 2 total with advantage.
No,
Wait, that's
what? What?
She rolled very, very bad.
Does she have like a negative performance?
Her charisma is flat, and I rolled 2 2s.
Oh no.
I didn't use charisma for her spellcasting. I used wisdom. I tend to be flexible with soft stats because I don't think the D&D soft stats for certain classes should be as rigid as they are.
Like paladins being charisma casters.
So she's a paladin, but I use wisdom for hers.
As it should be, personally.
But Calliope, you are flying over things. You are tossing ingredients through the air like a master. Stubble, you've done campfire cooking before. You've cooked for entire goblin tribes with your family, and now you're just being shouted at by a goblin telling you how to cook. This is home.
This is all.
And over here, in the time that you guys have managed to whip up quite a successful dinner, Fita has slowly been trying to carve 1 pig. It is not going well. She hasn't picked up any of the kitchen knives provided. She's trying to do it with her sword.
No, God, no, not the sword.
With your nat 20s, you don't have to. I'm just flavoring this up. But
Okay. To be fair,
a lot of things are about to happen at once. I just wanted to give you an update. She's like, you did a good job. Whatever you're planning on doing, I'm gonna make that distraction. As he starts heading towards this, where he's told you guys to put all the food is on the complete opposite side of the room of the oven.
No. Oh no.
All right, we're gonna cut back to
Oven's
cells
gonna go boom.
where I need a sleight of hand check and a stealth check.
Okay. I'm going to do sleight of hand first because I'm more worried about that one than the stealth.
Okay. You have proficiency. This is a thieves tool check to undo the cell.
I got a 17.
What is Ovar's reaction to this? Because you don't know that's Kanan.
Why do I smell meat?
Yes, I do.
You know that's Kanan?
They were the ones who walked me in.
Oh, that's right.
I was the one who helped.
I forgot my own scenario. Never mind. But yeah, you see Kanan. What did you get on that lockpicking check?
I got a 17 on that, and oh god, 26 on stealth.
You're lucky
Or well,
didn't
that's
set
26
the DC higher. But
or 29 on stealth.
The gate swings open.
Shit.
Oh, I thought he said he was trying to like unlock it without.
Oh, are you unlocking it without opening it, or are you unlocking it and opening it?
I'm just unlocking it and leaving it. And just tell
He's
him that
leaving
do
it
not
unlocked.
touch the door.
Now, I need to roll a perception check from this spellcaster right here. See if he notices. He notices. You see his eyes
Oh,
get
no.
wide and he starts heading towards the door. Stop him, stop him, stop him, he's gonna blow the cover.
Yeah, just hold on. Hold on. Don't touch the door.
Let me out.
Just no.
Somebody hit him.
It's
He's pulling at the gate as you're holding the other side of it.
Ovar,
Can
do
I
something.
shocking grasp him to like knock him shock him unconscious?
You may.
Hit me with your horsey feet.
Rolled it. I will also give you the same history check. That may not be the best way to do it. You are within realm of 2 cameras with detect magic going.
Oh, right. That's right. Nope, you're right. See, I have a lot of stabby stabs, not a lot of I'll just use athletics to like grapple him to the ground.
All right, opposed athletics. This should go very poorly for him. It went very, very poorly for him. Where's my D100s? He's not a strong boy, and he rolled a nat 1.
Oh, well, that's good because I only got a 16.
Oh my god. He's not dead.
Oh god.
But you are much bigger than this spellcaster who looks like he has never been in a fight in his life. His head cracks against the stone. He is fully unconscious.
I was going to grapple him, not shove him.
With his nat 1, he hits his head on the stone. He's out.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, is it the what is it of mice and men? I just want a hug. Snap.
I'm gonna just look at Ovar and be like, "It'll be okay." I'm gonna just look at Ovar and say, "It'll be okay. Just he fell or something. We'll just go back. I'm gonna go back. Don't touch the door."
Yeah. I'm just gonna sit this guy like propped in the corner.
Perception check.
When
Disadvantage from Kanan. Advantage for Ovar.
Oh, is it because I'm looking in that direction? I'm assuming.
Yes, it's because you're looking in that direction.
I got a 15.
Okay. I think I also got a 15. Hold on. Oh, sorry. 16.
You both feel. You see and you feel something on the back of your neck as you hear, I suppose that's one way to do it.
Shit.
This robed person that you know nothing about walks over to this statue right here and does something that you don't quite recognize. She just seems to look at it and then it seems to turn off.
Oh,
Shit.
fine.
And then does so to the same one on the other side.
You're in timeout. Stop it.
Oh, okay.
So, it seems you made it into the prison, my friend. Doesn't look at you directly. And
But I can feel who it is. It's a familiar feeling.
yes.
Look who finally decided
before.
Look who finally decided to show up.
I've been here a bit longer than you. I did some time in the cells.
I know. I just figured you'd find me before I found you.
The bards are making noise over here, just like, hey, unlock ours too. I suppose.
What are you talking about?
We should get out of here. We need to make our way to the tower.
The tower?
Yes, in the same area as your friend. There's a tower. My benefactor will help us escape the prison with everyone we please.
Do I just go with you, or should we?
Unbeknownst to us, the warden is with Kirill.
The warden is about to be
The
with
warden is
Kirill.
with Clay. The warden
That's
is with
what I
Clay.
said. Unbeknownst to us, the warden is with Kirill.
It's almost like I'm setting up a lot of dominoes because a lot of shit's about to happen.
I'm going to ask.
We're going to cut back to
I'm
the
gonna
kitchen
ask.
in a moment after this question.
I'm going to ask Mockingbird if we bring Ovar and others with us, or if she's wanting me to just go alone with her.
We might want to have as many people as possible. The security is something unbeknownst to even me.
So how do you suppose we're going to sneak Ovar through?
Easy. I'm in the guise of the person who's stationed in the restricted area. I'll bring the new.
Never mind.
Prisoner.
Never mind. Feels like
Oh
it's too
yeah,
quick.
I get to be prisoner again.
Okay, so
What
I
about
guess
me?
Ovar's coming with
What
us.
about me?
Yeah, we have to bring Des. We have to bring Des. We have to bring Des.
That didn't account for a kobold. Can you hide on his person? This feels like discrimination of some variety. But yes.
I was like, she has hit on me before.
Should we bring the former goose with us?
Just like you better. No, I have another plan for you. I'll get you out in due time. I don't trust you. I don't know you. She whispers something that none of you can hear, despite the fact that you're standing right next to her. And he seems to calm down, but it also seems magically induced.
Calm emotions.
You will be free in time. Now,
Or
I believe I
suggesting.
have a prisoner to escort.
Yep.
All right, we're going to cut away from this into granddad and granddaughter.
Oh boy.
You watch as he lifts his hand and presses a object into the door. The door rotates and slides up. It is a thick stone slab. I suppose you never have been back here.
Well, I haven't been to most places in this prison.
You know it's just for the sake of security. We house some of the worst criminals in this nation here.
I know, but I promise I wouldn't do a thing.
All right. The door opens and you are brought inside. As you walk in, where is he? Where's his model? The guard inside notices the warden show up and just goes, "Sir, I'm here showing our new recruit the restricted area. Continue your patrols." "Yes, sir." Methods. Unlike the others, which have a certain kind of glow, they seem to be naturally listening to the warden.
Uh-huh.
Just giving you hints in case people decide combat is going to happen.
Oh, no.
What do you want to see? We currently have 5 prisoners here as of now.
Honestly, I would love to just see them all.
Come. Lead you over to the person right in front here. You finally come to your senses to let me out. You are guilty of defrauding people out of millions of gold. You will never see daylight again. It's called a pansy scheme. And it's not illegal yet. I've read the charter. It's illegal now. You can't prosecute me for crimes that weren't a thing yet.
Why is he locked up behind, like, the maximum security door?
He nearly bankrupted the city with his antics. The maximum
Yeah.
security means he will never be let go.
He doesn't seem particularly imposing, though.
Violently, no, but he's viciously intelligent and incredibly dangerous. Ah, you compliment me too much, sir. You know, I could easily fix your books and get the prison more funding. You are actively trying to abet a crime. Ah, I can't blame a man for trying to ply his trade. Well, he's nothing more than a piece of shit. I suppose you want to meet the others now.
Of course.
He walks you over to the cells.
Hang on. This guy gets maximum security for running a Ponzi scheme, and Kiral gets like mid-level security for supposedly murdering the fucking Pope.
To be fair, you have the same level of security. You were just thrown into a bigger cell. You're still being
That's what I'm saying.
processed.
So wait, the Ponzi scheme is restricted to his own cell. The suspected murderer gets put in with other people.
And of course, you know Mathers Teets. Hi. Mr. Teets. Yes. Stop spinning the camera, Joe. There we go. Let's just lock on that.
The DM.
Mr. Teets. Just like, it's a damn shame you're in here. I still don't think you planted that bomb, but you were the one seen at the scene. I didn't plant any bomb. I just got here. Yes, but nobody else there has glowing orange and yellow wings. I was framed. And I don't believe
He was
we've
framed.
met. I don't believe we've met. But I heard your name. Kiral Ephrin. You're here under suspect of killing the Pontiff.
Yes, sir. Would you believe me if I say I was also framed?
The fact that you're already in this prison and due to be transferred means it's not my job to know whether you are innocent. You will be tried, and if you are guilty, will be determined by the courts of the capital.
Oh, yes, I understand that. It's very likely my father has already been tried for his attempts to defend me. Lovely.
You know, I also shouldn't be here. My crime is adultery, which isn't an actual crime. Take it up with the magistrate. You can take that to the appellate court.
We actually tried.
Well, looks like you should keep it in your pants.
That's what I've been telling you, to be honest.
But these three are stored in the same cell. Unfortunately, we haven't figured out where to parse them. But I was given specific instructions to take them to this ward. As he looks
That
to
is
Bianca.
strange.
What does he say?
He was just explaining, like, the fact that they're in here doesn't mean that they're permanently going to be in here. But he was given specific instructions by the magistrate for these three to be in this ward.
I have a slightly metagamey question.
What?
I guess that this question doesn't matter. Never mind. Bianca just kind of gives a wink at Kiral when the warden isn't looking.
Well, considering you said that right as he's looking directly at you. I'm gonna need a stealth check on that one.
I'm gonna wait until he's like not looking at me.
I thought you were saying you were doing it right now when I specifically said the sentence before. Yeah, he's addressing directly you.
No.
But whether they stay here or not, likely not. Mathus Teets will probably be transferred to somewhere he can get a more fair trial. There's nowhere in this entire city he can get an unbiased jury. I don't know of 12 people that would convict him.
I'd actually imagine the other. Go ahead.
What were you saying, Kirill? No, you can go.
I'd imagine the other way around. See, the magistrate himself said that the arrest is purely political.
Yes, but Mathus is one of the most well-liked and well-respected people in this entire city. Now, as for you, he addresses Ulrich, you have to be transferred to get a fair trial for the exact opposite reason. Nobody likes you. I have plenty of friends. You keep sleeping with people you shouldn't be sleeping with. I'm a bard. It's what I do. Ugh. I like bards, but I hate you. This would be your moment to give the wink that you are who you are.
Yeah.
And there's one more prison. Something's off.
Bianca just looks, like raises an eyebrow.
Notably, unlike the other guard, he rolled rather high on his perception here.
Kirill is not going to try to bluff out of this one.
As he heads towards the door, over on the other side of the map. Well, if you're gonna do something, do it now! Yeet! A flaming frying pan goes towards these fire barrels as he starts running.
Oh no.
Okay, can I talk to the mice real quick?
No, run.
No,
I need the mice to be with me.
Fire in the kitchen!
The mice are going to follow you.
Okay.
At least one of you is going to follow you.
I need them to
And
run to me.
So do you grab on as Stubble's planning on running?
Yep.
Because I have the token of the spider, we can go.
Let's go.
Right.
So we run up the wall and we follow Bob.
I just got very confused.
This is a closed room. You can run out and around, but there's ceilings on here. It's just I made this a traditional dungeon map.
Okay, so that's what we did. That's what we did.
As you enter the main hall, you see Ovar, two people you don't recognize, and then smoke billows out of the kitchen as that rattled the area. The door that Bob left open is just black smoke pouring out.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, since the mice got a hold of Stubble's going to engage Step of the Wind and make it clear to Ovar.
As you're there, all the guards are reacting to the explosion. And they would have already moved as you burst out. They are not actually paying attention to you because there was a big fucking explosion.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would do it.
As he reaches for the cell door, he hears that explosion. Bianca, something's going on. We need to move.
Can I? Oh, is this going to be incredibly stupid? As he does he have like keys on his belt?
He has keys on his belt. You're gonna have a hard time getting them because they are chained to him.
Chained, like with a metal chain?
Yes. He takes his job very seriously. And also, you can't exactly have loose keys to the prison when you're the warden.
Give me a moment.
We don't have time. Whatever that was, we need to investigate.
I was saying that out of character. I was just looking at my options.
Attack
If someone's
the door
caused
from
a breach,
behind. Boss music starts.
if somebody has caused a breach, one of us needs to stay here to check the danger or to watch over the dangerous prisoners. You go,
Yes.
I'll stay.
He looks back and says, "Don't worry, I can take care of that." As you watch him grab an object in his pocket. Where is it? And he uses an ability called Summon Method.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
The methods will cover us.
Bianca's just gonna look at him with like a very pleading look and be like, "Let me prove myself to you."
Persuasion versus insight. The dice want this to work.
I actually don't have super high persuasion. 23.
Yeah, I rolled a 9 on his insight. It says, fine, but he looks at you. If anything happens, the methods are active. They will respond to any violence.
I understand.
As the door opens, in front of him, these guys are headed towards the kitchen. They're not there. They are all the way over here. As he opens the door, there's just a crowd in front of him.
Uh-oh.
As soon as he like is out of Bianca's,
This guy's also-
fucking Ecclesia's like earshot, she's going to whip around. I don't really have anything to cast. So, what kind of locks are these?
They're unlocked. They were unlocked by
Yeah.
the other character.
If you sees
No violence.
I'm just going to delete this door, saying it's open. Just because the scene is funnier that way.
Tiptoe.
Ecclesia's just gonna. I don't know. I'll just chill for a second.
He's like, "What's going on here?" He starts drawing his weapon as he looks at this gaggle fuck in front of him.
This will not. Did what's her name remove my shackles or like unbind?
No,
The
just
spell
unlock
blocking?
the door, so you don't have your weapons and you're shackled.
They're in the sewer, aren't they?
Warden, we were told you were in here, and we were bringing somebody over here that assaulted somebody, and there was just a huge explosion in the kitchen, so we were going to try and get your attention.
Considering the sheer
Kira, let
amount
me
of
see your
he doesn't
shackles.
know, this is a super deception roll. Disadvantage.
Oh god.
Yeah, about 8 people he doesn't know just showed up in front of him, and 1 person he does know. Alright, or 2 people he thinks he knows.
You said I'm rolling for deception?
With disadvantage. Anybody else going to try something in this moment?
Ecclesia turns to Kira and.
This sucks. That was a nat 20, so.
Ecclesia turns to Kira and says, "Let me see your shackles. I might be able to get them off."
I get a 26.
You match. He does not believe you, but with a little bit of assistance, it's like, Warden, we're trying to get them into the heavier cells to figure out what's going on over there. Please. Ugh. Apothecary. Taz. Deal with it quick. Lock them in the cells. That deception roll just saved you a boss fight. And he's a well-statted boss fight. And the door's gone, but assume it closes behind you.
Okay.
Well, looks like we have gathered quite the forces here. You can let them out.
Joseph, are the mice tonight there too?
Yeah, you're all there. The whole gaggle.
Okay, I didn't
They're right
realize.
here.
That's why I just sat here. I didn't realize that's right. That my thing's little. Okay, that's me and the mice.
Kanan
Yeah,
is
what?
going to ask. Kanan's going to ask Mockingbird what we do about the elementals.
So long as we aren't aggressive, they won't attack. They don't have anybody in here to give them orders. And in fact, with the exception of the 4 that were just summoned, she pulls out the rod that she stole from this guy. 3 of them are under
Does
mind control.
Ecclesia? I see Mockingbird, right?
It is not an appearance you've ever seen from them, but considering your particular race, that is not an uncommon thing.
With
Is there
everything
any
going on and
reason-
everybody unguarded, can we just walk out?
We still
Considering
have
the
more
front
to
of the
get.
prison is now covered in guards.
Yeah, the front half is kind of like.
We still have to go up the tower, so we can't leave yet.
Okay.
But she walks over. You can open the cells.
Who in the 9 hells are you?
There's a flicker of something that you see, but give me an Arcana check.
Oh no!
Not good at Arcana.
You're just in a very magical situation.
And I rolled decently. Fuck. Arcana is Arcana for you strictly intelligence? I've seen some people rule it as wisdom. Okay, that's fair.
I treat it as
15.
intelligence. You see, as you say that, there's a brief moment as if something was recognized, but there's a little twinkle that you recognize as some type of foreign magic that happens. Come on, those in the cells. And as if you never said it, the question is never answered.
Fuck.
Ah, my wings to stretch them. Can anybody get these cuffs off me?
I
I
can try
can
to
take
help
them
like
off.
break them off.
That's a lockpick set.
Kirill, do you leave the cell as well?
Kirill leaves, and as he's stepping out, he just looks at Ulrich and says, "You might be tried a bit more favorably if you stay here, and also it's probably safer for you. I would
I
recommend
am not
staying."
getting a fair trial in here. There's no fucking way I'm staying.
I'll speak yourself.
If someone can get these
So,
cuffs
Ryan-
off me, I can get about 6 people out.
Okay, you want me to lockpick all their handcuffs, or am I just doing him at the moment?
I'll let you do a blanket lockpick, because I'm not going to make you do 6 rolls, especially because you're just going to keep retrying till they're undone.
Okay,
Ah,
so it's sleight of hand.
yeah.
18.
Everybody's who cast magic, their cuffs pop off. Well,
Oh yay!
I'm going to get a few of us out of here, but my particular spell I'm going to cast has a limit of people. So, what 6 people do you want out of here? Myself included, so I should say 5, but I said 6, and now I feel rude. Can I upcast this spell? No, not without proper material components. Well, 5 it is.
Yourself, Ulrich, Des. Who else?
And the moment. What about the 2 mice? We can get them out.
I'm staying. I want to see this through.
Okay.
Oh, what about the mouse with all of our shit?
She has not arrived. You do not know what's happened with her.
Son of a bitch!
I would recommend we decide quickly. Fita looks over to Calliope. Do you believe you'll be safe with this group?
Yes.
I'm going to try to find her. I have a suspicion that something went wrong with gathering the gear. Maybe I can figure out what happened outside of the prison.
All right, that'll be good.
Stay safe, Calliope. And remember,
You too.
remember us mouse folk, our rules. Stay strong, stay brave, but don't be afraid to run.
They're all just lost all their shit. That was a priceless family heirloom. Nope, it's gone.
Yeah,
Nobody wanted to go check on the little mouse.
here's the thing. Kirol is rather reserved. If this loses him like a green bottle crest or anything made by his mother, he will no longer be quite so reserved.
The important thing is you lose your token as well.
That doesn't actually matter as much to Kirol.
Matters to the plot. But don't worry, things will happen.
Matters to the plot, yes. Matters to Kirol, not as much. Green bottle stuff, yeah, no, don't.
For the sake of it, are you guys okay with me replacing you with your proper models?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, because this is about the area where it's not going to matter that you're in disguise anymore.
I like how you feed him to the sharks.
Die!
We're free.
God.
Is there anyone else that could go with me, please?
I'm not even
We
going
have
to
4
look for
so
where I
far.
placed your proper models. I'm just going to spawn more in.
Y'all, is there anyone else?
Know who I'm after, so I'm just here for y'all.
All right. Well, I have a free slot. He grabs a method. I'll see you at the college. Why is the selection thing on this program so weird?
I don't know. I don't, to be honest.
They vanish. As they
Oh,
do,
yay.
because of where that spell was cast, this camera lights
Oh,
up.
shit.
And so does this one.
Oh, shit.
Pat, dumbass! Follow me. My boss will get us out. But I need to get us in here first. She moves her hair out of her face, opens the sapphire blue eye. It shines and you watch as all the runes on this door burn away.
Oh, fun.
All this time, that she's had that power.
Don't
You've seen her
question
do
it.
it
Just
twice.
follow it.
And you guys walk into the tower.
Yay.
All right. You find yourself in a room as the vault shuts behind you. She goes about doing her best to close the door silently. The person who is left behind, unfortunately, I'll let you guys make a perception check. This is as you would be going up the stairs.
Natural 20.
He's dead. While you guys were having that conversation, Yuna took the time, and I rolled a nat 20 on stealth to slit his throat against the bar so he couldn't say anything.
Oh my god.
Listen, this is a character that has a lot that has happened to them.
Who got that
Yeah.
throat slit?
Some random NPC.
Oh.
Oh no, Barnaby's in the front. Yay.
Yes, I had 19.
The guy who committed the Pansy scheme, not a Ponzi scheme.
Oh, fuck him.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's the Bernie Madoff of this world. And he's dead.
That's it.
Why am I... All right. In the center of their room, there are 4 swords suspended over podiums, and 4 statues are placed around the room, each with an altar beside it. There's an elven soldier wielding a draconic spear, a woman draped in monastic robes, a dragonborn clad in shining armor, and a beastman aiming his bow. On the blade of each sword is etched a single word each: loss, knowledge, desire, and deceit.
I need to get a fucking notebook to do this.
Loss, knowledge, desire, and deceit.
Deceit.
Wait, they're not opposites, but they're related. You counter deceit with knowledge. You counter loss with desire. No, that wouldn't be quite right.
But there are 4
Can you
podiums,
describe
one at each statue.
Can you just describe the statues again? And their corresponding name or word.
You don't have the direct correlation of which sword corresponds to which statue, but there's an elven
There's 4
soldier
swords?
with a draconic spear, a woman draped in monastic robes, a dragonborn clad in shining armor, and a beastman aiming his bow. The swords are in the center podiums, but the statues each have an altar next to them.
So we need to take the right swords and put them in the right altar. So whoever had the desire to be, what was that word? What was the last word, Joseph?
It would just be whichever one has the most relation to the word desire.
Whoever had desire was indecent, so they had a loss of knowledge. I don't know.
I want to say the one that desire goes to is whoever's the one with the gold armor.
I would imagine knowledge.
When it would be the woman they desire?
No, we're not going opposite. We're just going who correlates to who.
Oh, why
Not
can't I now
opposite.
interact with them properly? I just realized. She goes to investigate the statue and goes, "There's a memory stone at this statue." She goes and reaches for it, and all of you see the same thing. She's grabbing the statue at the base of the Dragonborn. You find yourself in the shoes of this Dragonborn, and you hear her voice speaking, and you are each experiencing this separately. I was once known.
Oh, sorry, but this is such a. Go ahead.
About to say, I'm not trying not to talk over anybody. I lost my place. I was once known as a great and legendary knight. I traveled town to town performing feats of heroism. My name was once sung within the halls of the country. I knew no lord, no master. I could do whatever I pleased, whenever I pleased. After all, I was the greatest hero the country had ever known. My reputation was untouchable, or so I thought. When I wasn't fighting against the plight of the weak, I indulged in my vices in excess. Alcohol, drugs, whores. I deserved to indulge myself as much as I pleased. When a random person would try to tear me down, I could easily have them silenced. After all, who would ever believe nobody's over me? One day, one of the whores I spent the evening with overestimated themselves. They overdosed on drugs and magic. I thought nothing of it, even when their brother threatened to expose me for being a monstrous degenerate. I had him arrested for slander, and he continued to espouse truths that the world didn't need to know. Annoyed by this, I entered the jail and killed the gnat. How was I supposed to know the other person in that prison was the court wizard of the regional magistrate? Simply in there because he had had too much to drink. He reported everything, and suddenly I was a wanted criminal. And then you find yourselves back in the room.
Ecclesia is just going to walk over, pick up the sword that says deceit, and put it over there.
Wait.
What?
I don't think deceit.
I don't either. I think loss.
They had everything. They had all the power they wanted, all the wealth,
they were
the
lying.
fame. Well, yes, they were lying. They were lying about who they were, but they lost everything.
That's their fatal flaw. Deceit.
Oh, it's the sword they fell upon.
What?
It's the sword they fell upon.
It's the sword they fell upon. Deceit. It's deceit.
Do we have deceit? Final answer.
I still say lost.
Let's
He lost
just
everything
check.
he has.
Let's
I
check the
think
other.
yes, we should know the others and see which is which.
But from this one, it seems like his fatal flaw definitely was deceit. He was lying about his lifestyle.
Mockingbird walks
I
over,
think.
pulls a journal from her pack, rips out a piece of paper, and writes deceit/loss and places it at the foot of the statue.
I mean, realistically, it could also be desire. Maybe we can rule out knowledge for sure. I don't think that has anything to do with this. Fuck knowledge.
It seems as if we can figure out the lesson from each of these stories. We might be allowed forward. Would someone else like to investigate the next statue?
Could I look at the child?
Can you look at what?
The child.
Child?
Wasn't there a child? One of the
No, it's a
statues?
dragonborn
I thought you said
clad in
child.
shining armor. My dyslexia made me
Oh.
say child on one of the readings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys just investigated that particular one.
Okay then. Then the archer, perhaps?
You reach for the memory stone?
Yes.
As you touch it, everyone in the room, again, sees the same thing. You find yourself deep within a forest, and a gruff voice responds, I am a gnoll. No matter what I say or what I do, I am viewed as a beast who only belongs on the very edges of society. As much as I want to claim otherwise, those who share my heritage often deserve that label. I was a young hunter within the gnarled forest of Hadvan. I was scouting alone, another fight with my packmates. We are contentious people and fight often. Okay, I can't read this whole paragraph in that voice. It feels like biting my tongue. Assume that voice is coming out of my mouth. I'm going to read the rest normally. I was scouting alone, another fight with my packmates. We are a contentious people and fight often, but our loyalty to our clan is absolute. In my scouting, I found something that we hadn't found. A young, elven village, new in its foundation. I should have told my clan about it, but when they caught me on the outskirts of their village, instead of attacking me or running off like I expected, they invited me in. They let me, a monstrous stranger, eat with them, train with them, learn with them. They taught me their language and their customs. I would return as often as I could until they greeted me as a friend. My awakening would not last long, however. My clan noticed my lack of results from hunting and grew suspicious. They tracked me to the elven village. The next day when I awoke, my clan was no longer where we rested. I made my way to the elven village to find it ravaged, the people killed and eaten on the spot. Guilt overwhelmed me. I hid the village from the other gnolls, and I thought that was enough. But I never warned them about my kind. My complacency got them all killed. I left Hadvan, turning my back on my clan. I sought to further my knowledge, to give back to the world. My kind may live simple lives of savagery, but I refuse to be one of them. I am now a renowned scholar in the Argentinium, and have no intentions of stopping. And you are returned to the room.
Oh, man. I can't figure out if that's loss or desire.
Desire and then loss? Or desire and then knowledge? Because that one, the end focused on knowledge.
Right. But
Or
it
maybe
was the
that's just
desire
a
for
loophole.
more.
You're good.
But yeah, he has a desire.
Yeah.
I think it was desire for that.
I am beginning
I
to
do too.
suspect there's elements of all four of these swords in each of their stories.
I think
Yes.
what matters most is what brings their end.
If I were to put my vote in, I would stand with knowledge. After all, he stands there as a sage at the end of this tale.
Right, he gained knowledge too.
But
it wasn't.
I still think
It
it's
wasn't the
desire.
knowledge that provided his downfall or the downfall of his people.
It was a desire.
It was the desire.
Yeah, it was a desire.
He wanted for more than what his life could offer.
Well, I suppose it would be prudent to watch the last two memory stones before we make any decisions.
Of course.
The memory stone of the elf wielding the dragonborn spear. When I was a young man during the Reformation Wars. Everybody give me a history check.
You.
18.
7.
That makes sense.
10.
That is an 8 for Calliope. And what is that for Kira? That is 15.
Did Ecclesia roll?
17 for Erebos.
Sorry. What was said? What
I
did
was just
Ecclesia
saying
roll?
overhead.
I heard
So they-
Ober's.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
Oh, I rolled an 18.
Okay, everybody that rolled above 15, that hits immediately home. That means whatever story this man is telling is over 1,200 years old. The Reformation Wars were what made the Genoa provinces what they are. It's what split the country into 13.
Fine. It's an old bastard.
I lived my life as a simple farmer, alongside my wife and my young daughter. I had no intention of getting involved with the war until it came to my village. They burned down my farm and killed most of the people I knew. I did my best to fight, but I was one man versus an entire squad. I barely survived thanks to my wife, hiding my dying body away when I could no longer fight. The fires of revenge burned within me, and I joined up with a small faction intent on defending our land from the invaders. The war raged on for 15 years, till I became both an important general and my liege's closest friend. I visited home often, but not often enough to realize my wife had fallen ill. My liege intercepted a letter intended for me that told me of my wife's condition, and not wanting to worry me, hid that letter from me. We continued to fight, and it was only after she had died that I received the news. I was crushed. I raced home, and my liege accompanied me. We found her buried in a small grave. My daughter had left home to enlist. We were elves. I always thought we would have time after the war to be a family again. It was then I found out my liege had hidden her illness. I caught him in a slip of the tongue that revealed he knew. Enraged, I killed him atop of my wife's grave. I stood upon that hill, where a day long past I had proposed to the love of my life, and mourned as I now had nothing left.
Definite loss.
Yeah, this one's getting kind of cut and dry.
Yeah, that one's just lost for the most part.
For the
Is this
sake of it,
lost?
I'm going to say you take this. Oh, not Ovar. You don't take Ovar. You put Ovar on the altar.
Yep.
We put over on the altar, and he puts his head off as his Ephraim tradition.
The sword is placed on the altar and it sinks into a recess. Well, at least we are decided on one of them, as I agree with loss on that one. I suppose we should investigate the monk.
Real quick, Joe, what is the final sort? I know desire, deceit, loss, and I forgot the last one.
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Thank you.
And now for the last one. You find yourself within an old temple. I was trained as a Payakan monk for as long as I could remember. We defended our sacred grounds from all manner of heretics and dark forces. We fought hard because we knew a secret held within our order. Deep within our walls, a dark and evil relic was guarded from the outside world. It was in an attack on the temple that I lost both my arm and my leg, crushed by an ogre. They had to be removed, and I was bereft of my purpose. I managed to be able to walk with a wooden prosthetic, but it wasn't good enough for me to fight with. I felt empty and was placed on simple patrol duty. When I slept, however, I began to hear the whispers of a sweet voice, telling me it could make me whole again. I told the head monk of my dreams, and they simply told me to meditate and push out the dark thoughts. The dreams simply got worse and worse, till every night I was talking with this entity. I no longer told the head monk about how bad things were getting, as I did not want to be removed from the temple, the only place I knew as home. They had the ability to grant my deepest wish. They could make me whole again, and give me what I want. One night I made my way to the hidden vault. Nobody paid me mind, as I was often stationed there. The entity had told me the password to the seal, as they had heard it from the head monk. I broke the first seal and entered the room, my body shaking from the pure amount of elation. I was going to be whole again. I was going to be me. And I saw it, a sapphire with black energy within it. I followed the instructions of the entity and pulled it out of its sealed container. As soon as I touched it, I felt the consequences of what I wanted. My wish had backfired. The entity granted me no such quarter. It destroyed the temple and left only me alive with my failures.
Deceit.
I mean,
Yep.
that one seems like
Steve.
knowledge. Deceit.
Kirill just glares at that mockingbird.
Why do you glare at me?
This
Uncover it. Show it clearly, please.
Oh, you mean this? As she brushes her hair out of her face, and you see a sapphire that looks exactly like what was in that vision.
Oh,
I had nothing to do with the fall of that temple.
I understand that, but you know it's no coincidence.
It is a useful tool to have.
I understand. That is not the concern. What are we here for? I understand why I'm here, but why are you here?
Because my boss... insight check all around the table. As it's a bit fishy for her to be saying boss still.
20.
Anybody else?
27.
We had
you said insight?
Insight. I'm telling you now, based on her
24.
roll, the only people catching this have to roll above 25.
I literally have to roll in at 20.
To be fair, this character has
Goliath
very high
actually
deception.
Calliope actually
Well, yeah.
died.
What did Calliope get?
Well, that answer.
Hey, Emma's talking.
25.
So you match, you'll catch it too. She has said boss several times, and those that roll above a 25 catch, this person isn't her boss. You have seen her cast warlock spells already. You are rescuing her patron.
I definitely think this is deceit because the eye deceived the monk.
Yeah.
I assumed it was.
I was gonna guess knowledge just because the monk knew about this.
I believe
The
the
knowledge of what it
knoll.
could do.
I believe the knoll sought knowledge.
Is it what they seek or what brings their downfall?
Seems to be.
It's whatever got the most.
Yes, it just
The
seems to be
knowledge
what
he
fit the
perceived from
most.
deceit.
No, Ecclesia brings up a good point. I believe it is what brings their downfall. It was the deceit, the unhonest, whatever it would be, actions of the elf. No, not the elf. What am I thinking? The hero. It was the want for more that brought the downfall of the knoll, and it was the want for knowledge that brought down the downfall of the monk.
I doubt anything bad is going to happen if we just guess. Because we have our.
No.
Kirol is going to grab one of the swords and hold tightly to it and make sure nobody messes with it. We first,
Calm down.
Ecclesia, my palm is not with you on this.
What?
We still need to understand the intentions of the newcomer.
Wait, hold up. Sorry, what were you saying?
My qualm is not with you. I have no issues with what you're saying.
I personally don't think it's just about the downfall. It's whatever had the most effect on those individual people. This one we just had was deceit. The one with the gold armor had desire that led him to do all the other stuff. You had the one that had the knowledge. He had no immediate downfall. Nothing killed him. He had
That's true.
things
We
that
had the knowledge.
that
Yeah.
fall and other stuff, but that was knowledge. That wasn't a downfall. So I don't think downfall is a play exactly in it.
I will based on that statement, you may make a history check with advantage to catch something.
Nat 20.
The story of the knoll was actually worded quite differently. Based on the implications, everyone here is dead, but the implications of the knoll is that he's still alive. It is the only story that was told in current tense. Doesn't help with the puzzle, but it's a good thing to catch.
Yeah,
With that nat 20, you think you're onto something about the general moral of the story. As none of them truly fit the sword directly, they all have hints of all.
Yeah, each of them has a hint, and downfall could be a play in some of them, but all their downfall isn't specifically, it's not going to be all that's in play because it could be, but the knowledge sticks out horribly for the one. It's not going to be what.
They are each of them in their own respective way a Greek tragedy. And the staple of a Greek tragedy is the character's fatal flaw.
What's a Greek
tragedy? Each of these characters has a different and unique fatal flaw.
Is it the flaw of the individual or simply the greatest effect that was made against them? Because if we assume deceit for the monk, it's not the monk being deceitful, it's not their quality. And then we have to assume perhaps the same is true of the ones for whom loss is a major aspect, because deceit was what led to the death of the
I say where I'm at, there's a bunch of dogs.
Yeah.
Whatever title it was.
What is that background sound? Is that somebody talking or is that a TV? That's kind of what I'm getting at, that it's not specifically them, it's just whatever's had the most effect on them. So like the deceit had the most effect on the monk.
I agree with that.
I would also tend to lean towards there. Especially with one of them having not died which means the swords cannot be how they died.
Ecclesia is just going to shrug.
Hold up.
So this one
Kira,
seems to most likely be deceit. We've already decided loss. We know which one would be more knowledge than the other,
yeah,
leading
the knowledge.
leading the gold armored dragonborn to be Desire.
Kira is still holding firmly onto one of the swords, not letting it go.
Kiral is holding on to knowledge. I'm just going to decide that now. But
Yeah.
We know the solution now. Let's understand the purpose. And make sure you're not going to be harmed for this. Because that eye, that gem, has been proven in this very procedure to be deceitful. So we should be certain we trust its carrier.
whether you trust me or not, I'm useful, and that's what matters.
You may claim to be useful, but you may lie. You may deceive us.
Kiral, at the moment, she is useful.
Can Stubbles just go up and steal her eye and hold on to it?
No,
No.
don't do that.
Absolutely not.
That thing is powerful.
It's also incredibly
But I
cursed.
think that's what's going to get me out of trouble.
Would Kirill ever have read about it? Like to know?
It would be an incredible history check. But you can go for it.
I'm gonna make it just to try.
This is nat 20 or bust type history check.
Yeah. No, it was 2 on the die.
But we all have our purposes. I'm springing you from prison. I'm providing information to him. And the rest of you are trying to help your fellows.
So, what if we do this? Once we decide which other sword's going where, based on their positioning in here, I would be concerned if everybody stood in the middle of the room. So, I will volunteer to place the last sword while everybody stands out of the way. And if anything bad happens, everybody should be safe, hopefully.
But it died.
Places knowledge in front of the, or like.
Sorry, there's a lot of background noise. You place knowledge where?
On the plinth in front of Noel.
My dogs are staring at me.
You place it, and it sinks into the recess, just like the other. You have 2 swords to place. You have Desire and Deceit.
So,
we decided on with Deceit.
They don't even gotta change the bears and they could add.
Apparently we're changing bears and adding things.
Yeah.
Where do you believe these last 2 swords could go?
I believe Deceit goes with the monk, and Desire goes with the gold armored dragonborn.
Totally agree with that.
Shall we test it then?
Cheryl just like gives a solemn nod. Still not fully trustful of Mockingbird.
Then, they're all placed, and as soon as the last sword is placed, let me confirm your selections before any punishments or rewards are doled out. The one that everybody's sure on is the elf with the dragon spear is loss.
Yes. I think so. I didn't get that story or the dragonborn, so I'm going to go with it.
The knoll is not agreed by everyone, but the knowledge sword was placed there. The dragonborn Desire was placed there. and
Yes.
the monk Deceit was placed there. I'm just making sure I get this right because it's important.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is where everything was placed.
As the last sword is placed next to the elf, the sword sinks into the recess. A wave of energy passes through, but it passes over harmlessly. Over the knoll, the sword sinks in. A wave of energy pulses through, and it also passes through harmlessly. Next to the Dragonborn, the sword sinks in. The wave passes through, and you all take 3 psychic damage.
Ooh.
Damn.
We got 2 of them wrong.
And over the monk, the sword sinks in, and you take 2 more psychic damage. And all 4 swords return to their plinths, but I'm not going to move them because you know the solution now.
Yeah.
Yep. We swapped those last 2.
You place all the swords back in the plinths, realizing that when you took damage that something was wrong there. This time,
How much damage was that altogether?
5.
Yeah, you only took 5
5 in
damage.
total.
I didn't want the punishment to be bad in case this puzzle turned out to be a multi-attempt thing. As all 4 swords sink in, the podium in the middle begins to shine bright, and a large magic circle forms around the entire room. The podium completely disappears, and you see the end to all of these tales. You see you see the elf with the dragon spear as he's weeping at his wife's grave. Alistair appears before him and says, I can help you find your daughter, but we must strike a bargain. The knoll
Oh no.
appears. I can get you into a prestigious organization. You can seek the knowledge that you so desire, but we must strike a deal.
Of course.
The Dragonborn. I can return you to what the fame that you once held. Make the world forget about what you've truly done and what you truly are. But we must strike a deal. And in front of the monk, I can make you forget. You can stop grieving this loss. You can forget the hand that you played in it. But we must strike a deal. And all 4 of them you hear at the same time. As I am seeking champions. The magic circle lights up, and you are transported to the next floor.
4 champions.
And we are going to end there because the next floor is going to involve other things, and we are running late. All right, guys, thanks for coming to our table. See you next time.